Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your humble host, Eric. How are you this evening? Good, let's get to the news, and then we can get to some funny memes. Well, at least 846 people have been arrested and charged with crimes related to the January 6th insurrection. And that is exciting because the first public hearing is scheduled for prime time Thursday, June 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be coming straight out of the House Cannon office building and will be streamed live versus the NBA playoffs, I think I understood, or some huge sports thing where it's like, yeah, Democrats, did you check the TV schedule? Anyway, whatever. I'm sure that C-SPAN will see record audiences or something. You might be wondering, will we get to see maybe Mark Meadows or Scavino? No, because the Department of Justice has declined to charge Meadows and Scavino with contempt of Congress. An attorney familiar with Meadows and Scavino cases told CNN they were not surprised by the Justice Department's decision. They argued that the men had already engaged with the committee, and unlike Navarro and Steve Bannon, who have both been indicted, Scavino and Meadows had serious claims of privilege, which is, kind of unique in this situation. Bannon faces a criminal trial later on this summer, so there's that. And there have been indications that the department has ramped up its investigation into the scheme to put forward fraudulent Trump-supporting electors in those states that President Joe Biden won. So looking forward to more big fish. Investigators sought answers last month from Gartland and others connected to the GOP in Georgia and in Michigan, both in FBI interviews and in grand jury subpoenas for documents and testimony. So the investigators are looking at whether the Trump campaign played a role in the submission of false election certificates, according to people approached by the Justice Department. Wisconsin Democrats are suing the GOP fake electors over their 2020 scheme. And sticking with Wisconsin, Dateline Kenosha, Kyle Rittenhouse is being a real prick. He said... Kyle Rittenhouse said he's going to Texas A&M. The university quickly disagreed.
I know, I loved it. I mean, listen, I am not a snob about these things. I just have degrees from the University of Illinois and Vanderbilt University, but not in a snobby way. And I'm not in favor of snobby institutions staying snobby, but I'm really fucking glad Kyle Rittenhouse isn't going to Texas A&M because I'm a fucking snob.
And then he immediately changed his story to say that he's going to Blinn College. He's going to Blinn College, not Texas A&M. Go to Texas A&M later. And Blinn was like, yeah, he's not enrolled there either. Which resulted in the following post from friend of the show, Jackie Kashian. Friend of the show, Jackie Kashian, reposted Taunt the Elephant saying, Kyle Rittenhouse just announced he is enrolled at Texas A&M Total Landscaping. Oh my God. And we always like to close with some animal stories. And I'd like to point out how we get all kinds of stories on Facebook. Friend of the show, Stephanie, said, I built a tiny frog pond and a tiny frog actually showed up. Mr. Frog, please give my pond 5 stars on Yelp. Thank you. And here's a picture of the tiny frog. I just think that's incredible. This looks like a little pool in her backyard with some duckweed in it.
I like the thought that the frog has been waiting.
Yeah.
He's been seeing the materials come in.
Uh-huh.
He's like, she'll be done with it soon.
Yeah. And then for the greatest animal story of the week, headline-wise, chimpanzee star of Buddy found alive after his owner allegedly faked his death, which you can take a bunch of different ways. I had to read the story. First post said, pretty sure this is an episode from Monk, which is probably true. Alan Cummings, co-star in the movie Buddy, was found alive after his owner faked the death of the chimpanzee. So
yeah, they need to fix that. The last his should be gone. fake Buddy's death.
Buddy's death
is what right.
Anyway, Alan Cummings actually put up 20 grand for reward to help find information leading to his find, and they found this woman. And of course, Tonka, the chimpanzee in question, discovery is the latest Tiger King-esque twist in PETA's suit against Haddix, the caretaker of Tonka who faked Tonka's death. Said there's a documentary being filmed about her and the legal battle with the camera crew en route to capture the whole story's development, because that's how we do justice here in America. It all starts with a documentary crew, for fuck's sake. Anyway, all right. And oh God, I know. I'm just like, really? That's where we're at. Lord.
And they say Americans don't have culture.
Ah! Finally, capping it off with the animal story. Swarms of crab-like creatures have been found in a river 1,600 feet beneath the Antarctic ice. The scientists drilled down into a river, and they unexpectedly saw little stuff swimming around. They thought that it was a dust on the mirror or something, but indeed they are a creature in the same family as crabs, mites, and lobsters. Professor Craig Stevens, the oceanographer taking part in the expedition, said in a press release it was a big surprise. Scientists have been long aware of freshwater lakes and rivers underneath the Antarctic ice. However, this is the first time that one of those lakes or rivers and the wildlife living within them have been directly observed. And that is your cutesy animal closing story for the news from June 7th, 2022 from Facebook for the Blind. Handing it off to my beautiful co-host, Michael LeBune, with funny memes.
Thank you for saying I'm beautiful, but I got to say some shit before I get to my memes. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the opposite of an explorer is, but that's what I am. I'm against it. I'm against us looking at shit. I don't think we should be looking at those things up there. I think the more we look at them, the more likely it is they come out and one of them fucking bites me and gives me some new weird form of something. I don't. Somebody's going to eat that shit, and it's going to make a new goddamn disease. And it's going to be, we're all going to be shitting blood this time, fucking 2030. I don't like it. I don't like it when they look around in the ocean. I don't like it when they look around in space. I don't even like it when my doctor orders blood draws for me. Like, don't look at it. Fucking leave shit alone. I don't like it. Aloysius says 28 years later. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best plan. I'm just saying it makes me very uncomfortable when they start getting nosy about this shit. Nice. All right, here we go. Round one, seize the memes. They locate themselves at gays roundabout where gays stop to pee. And there's a picture of an old veteran waving a very small American flag. He's in his full military, his dress green. And it says, veterans get one day of recognition each year. And then the next picture is a picture of a pride parade with some drag queen. And it says, homosexuals get a full month. That is so fucking awesome. I hate the military. All right. Zach Borenstein says, I don't understand how COVID is still spiking after we've tried everything from pretending it's over to pretending it never happened. What else can we do?
What else could we
Literally, what else can we do? Thanks for listening, Zach. Call Me Poppy writes, what's on your mind? And Steve responds, I wonder if I've ever bought milk from the same cow twice. I gotta say, I've had a lot of dumb shit thoughts, but I've never had that one before. That's
No.
a fucking doozy.
Oof.
Ooh, Salad Days. Salad Days. Friend of the show, Salad Days. Love what you're doing out there. Thanks for listening, Salad Days. We love you too. They show a picture of a poster, very much like it looks like it would be at a club very similar to the one I went to on Sunday, and it says no crowd surfing. You will be immediately ejaculated.
Well, fuck. That's no discouragement at all.
I'm sorry, I read it wrong. You will immediately be ejaculated. Oh Again. Man, I think it's funnier that way. I don't know. Oh shit.
I'm going in.
Woo!
I'm crowd surfing.
I sent this to one of my metalhead buddies, and he just wrote back, "I'm listening." Trash Can Paul, fucking love you, Trash Can Paul. If you're not following Trash Can Paul, then get the fuck off my internet. Post Tail Holden, who says, "I did that painting above the bed," and Fartmaster 11 responds, "It sucks." But what this looks like to me is it looks like this comments on Pornhub. I really think that's what this is.
Yeah.
Tail Holden is talking about some some screenshot or whatever in the middle of a porn and says, "I did that painting above the bed." Fartmaster 11 wants him to know it sucks. Trash Can Paul writes, "Fartmaster 11 has spoken." Caleb Heron at Caleb Says Things. Hey Caleb, glad you're listening. New friend of the show. I would say that Facebook for the Blind and Caleb here, and we're in this like beginning stages of the friendship where I'm like, I like how things are going right now. I'm just still a little worried that you might say something racist. Like you haven't said anything racist. I'm just saying, we don't know each other that well yet.
Right.
We're not at full levels of trust yet. But you're a friend of the show. I'm glad you're listening. We love what you're doing so far. You get that?
Oh yeah.
Caleb says, "I love queer people in June, even the very annoying ones. Get your annoying ass over here and give me a hug. We are family this month. Once the clock strikes August, it's back to case by case sort of vibe based approach. But until then, it's all love. Even the poly people, I don't care." And the first comment is Caleb again, who says, "July is a grace period. Don't fact check my shit." I love it. Trash Can Paul is back. Did you expect any different? Go follow Trash Can Paul already. Shut up. Has a picture of Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's looking, very Jake Gyllenhaal-ish, very forlorn, and I don't know. And there's this impact font in front of him that says, "If I have to go through any more character development, my character is going to turn into a villain." I feel that. I think I got two more.
Okay.
Adam Karpiak, at Adam Karpiak, friend of the show, has company. "We're looking to hire someone detail-oriented. Job seeker. What's the salary range?" Company. "Not those details." All right. My second to last meme here. This is a person completely covered in bread buns. They've made some sort of like a bread dress, essentially. And they're holding bread in both of their hands. And they have a bread hat on as well, just covered in bread. And there's seagulls flying at them, lots of seagulls flying at them to eat the bread. The bread is labeled "my nipples." The seagulls are labeled "you, also you." This is, of course, from Glow Fuck Yourself. Friend of the show, Glow Fuck Yourself. We're glad you're listening. And my final meme of the first round is from @Raptors_. And it's a picture of the Watchmen character, Rorschach.
Love him.
He wears a fedora, dresses like a PI, and has the Rorschach mask. And the tweet says, "Dude, Rorschach is my favorite superhero. I just wish his mask didn't have a picture of my parents fighting on it."
God, that's deep.
And that is it for round one. Back to you, Eric.
Right on to the trademarked half of the round we like to refer to as wholesome round, a trademarked portion of Facebook for the Blind. Hey, I forgot some good news, and I'm so bad at forgetting good news, but Peter Navarro was arrested. Peter Navarro, grand jury indicted Peter Navarro, and they not only arrested him, they cuffed him at the airport, and he was indignant about it. It was awesome. He was like, "I can't believe they cuffed me at the airport." It's like, yeah, you didn't cooperate, and you ran away, and you're a flight risk, and it's hilarious. All right. Oh man, not my post with the most, but one of my favorite posts, and with quite a bit of engagement, from George Cruikshank, reposted. Taco Bell Turns out we underestimated how many of you love Mexican pizza, 7 times more than we expected, to be exact. We are working as fast as we can to restock Mexican pizza ingredients. We'll need some time to replenish our supplies, and when it comes back, we promise it's here to stay. And the New England, Ohio Regional Sewer District says, we'll be ready. George's take on this is, currently we are struggling to restock all 5 ingredients that we use in absolutely everything on the menu. It's absolutely true. And there were other good takes on it as well, but I have misplaced them. So get to them later. This one was great. I had a lot of engagement on this. My kid said to me, Daddy, why do they call it house music? So I looked it up, and the origin of the name house is because it comes from the fact that these machines allow DJs to create tracks at home without the use of expensive studio. So the Roland TR-808, also known as the 808, is pretty much because you could have it in your house. So I learned that. People thanked me. Friend of the show, Amy, she says she sends this along from a Facebook group, Origin Unknown. Librarians, but this is a book by a devil chef health tip. Enjoy celery, nature's toothbrush, which is underlined with a toothbrush for your colon. And then we have a picture of a stalk of a sort of humanized stalk of celery with a toothbrush, and he is ramming it up some dude's ass like with an X-ray. Clearly in a 1950s. This is a legit book. This is truly.
We need to talk about the expression on this person's face. It's the appropriate expression, I think.
Fiber rich, packed with vitamins, ribbed for her pleasure. Okay.
No.
This one from friend of the show, Tabitha Patterson. Tabitha, thanks for listening. Has a picture of the old chuck wagon commercial, and it says, as a kid, I always hoped the little chuck wagon would burst out of our cabinets, but life is full of disappointments. You saw that as a kid. You feel that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of ruined product placements, this next is a picture of an IPA glass with a nice foam head on it next to a can of Campbell's Chunky IPA, New England Clam Chowder, Hazy IPA.
No.
Ridiculously hazy IPA with chunks of clams and hearty potatoes. I don't actually drink IPA, so I don't know why this is funny. Hey, mango. This next one's a 2-panel from Seinfeld, with Seinfeld talking to a little boy who says, Facebook sucks. It's for old people. And Seinfeld says, that's because your friends aren't gay communists. I liked it. Hey there, Mango, if that is indeed your real name. How you doing? Next up, I love this one. This is a picture of somebody who's got a muffin in a bag and those little Chihuahua dogs, and the muffin is a spitting image of the Chihuahua, and it's captioned, "When you give the bouncer a fake ID." That may be the most wholesome one in this round, actually. It's almost a good one. Sickeningly wholesome there. Oh, hey, Facebook for the Blind. We actually had a post that was removed. Facebook regrets to inform us they had to remove something that we posted. So let's read it here. April 25th, 2020, we posted a 5-panel cartoon with a guy holding up a packet of silica gel saying, "Do not eat." And he says, "No silica gel industry big shots can't tell me what to do." And he tosses it into his mouth. And in the 4th panel, he's waking up in shock with some kind of like electrodes on his head. And there are 2 doctor scientists there in the 5th panel saying, "Congratulations, you've escaped the simulation. Welcome to the real world."
wait, how is this bad enough to get kicked off of Facebook?
Listen, look at the description here from Facebook. There are certain kinds of posts about suicide or self-injury that we don't allow on Facebook.
Dude, they did not understand the Matrix.
If you are going through a difficult time, you want to share ways you can find support.
Oh, wait, maybe I didn't understand the Matrix. Either way.
I think that's funnier than the cartoon.
Oh my God. Dude, the whole thing is hilarious. I mean, the context of it is April 25th, 2020. This is when people were, being absolutely insane about the origins of COVID, about what to do about COVID, about masks, about anything. It was, don't tell me not to eat silica gel. We just really, really fit the world there. Anyway, good stuff. About halfway through the wholesome round, this one's from Oops All OC Memes Premium. And if you're not following Oops All OC Memes Premium, you are missing out. This post is a sign. This is one of the typical restaurant signs where the people, put up the letters on the outside. This is for Jib Jab Hot Dog Shop. And the caption is, y'all know shit is getting weird when your local wiener stand starts getting philosophical. And the sign says, we forge the chains we wear in life. Now, an ordinary person would have just chuckled and gone on, but I'm obsessive and have to know what is up with Jib Jab Hot Dog Shop. I thought, is that a chain? No, it's just a single location, and they change these signs up every freaking week. This one says, a great handicap for some golfers is honesty. And if you've ever been golfing, boy, do you freaking know that's the truth.
Yeah, no shit.
And this one, Jib Jab Hot Dog Shop says, kindness is a hard thing to give away. It keeps coming back. Now, give it up for Jib Jab Hot Dog Shop. If you're not following them, you're missing a little bit of sunshine and joy in your life. All right, 3 more for the wholesome round, wrapping up Act 1. This one's from a friend of the show, George Cruikshank, who passed along memes without bottom text. And it's a picture of an enormous cockroach on a bed from Kafka's story. And it's captioned, yes, fuck yeah.
How have I never considered that?
The setup to that too would be like the landlady going, where's your rent?
Right. They say that this is the most famous opening line of any in all of Western literature.
Sure.
I can't remember the character's name, but it's like
Carl.
Carl woke up one morning having found that through no fault of his own, he was a cockroach.
He had become an enormous bug.
That's right. He had become an enormous bug. Yeah, exactly.
Or like beetle or something. That's great. All right, down to the last 2 for the wholesome round. This is from a year ago. I posted this and it's still true today. Can you imagine how sexy I'd be if I ate right and took care of my body? I'm not going to, but can you imagine?
I want you to imagine that every time you see me.
Yes, please. Don't see with your eyes, see with your faith. Okay.
Right.
And the last one for this one for the last round, I gotta say, I now remember the tag. The thing is, with Taco Bell, who underestimated the love of Mexican pizza, had quite a bit of traffic. This was almost my post with the most, with 34 some engagements and whatnot. But I was just like, well, all the better to make sewage with my pretties. And
nice.
And Mexican pizza. There are 2 things wrong with that phrase. And friend of the show, Matt Weaver, said, I never thought I'd be posting on Facebook how proud I am of my regional sewer district.
Awesome.
And there we are. That is the end of Act 1, the ostensibly brand named Wholesome Round.
Here we go, kicking off round 2. Starting with Nick Toretta, who says, who's speaking as the son. I can't sleep. I think the bougie man is under the bed. Me. Don't you mean the boogeyman? Voice from under the bed. Wow, the thread count on these sheets is pathetic. Kira at Kira Won't Miss has a picture, and first it looks like it's Snapchat. And the first thing I see is the text, which reads, I'm not going to this gym anymore. And then you see that it's a piece of equipment, like the backrest of a piece of gym equipment, and there's some very, very clearly a bite mark in the cushion of it. Somebody was clenching
Nice.
Down on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going back there.
This says these edibles ain't shit. I better take another. And then 30 minutes later, and it's a picture, I don't know, of a gnarly doll grown into a tree. It looks like somebody tried to capture a moment from like Stranger Things or something, just in complete and utter terror. And anybody who's ever made this mistake knows exactly the picture I'm describing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ at Jesus_Christ says, never saw a fireman stand outside a burning building because they were too scared to go in. Maybe that's why there aren't any fuck the fire department songs.
Saw a lot of that. Here's why there aren't fuck the fire department songs.
Yep. Yeah. Such a great point. Okay. This, well, you know what? Eric, I think I'd like to have you describe this meme.
All righty.
You could?
Un segundo
Give
more.
it your best shot.
Yeah, when you sent this to me, my first thought was this is one of those exclusive resorts where you can go, dabble in some BDSM for the weekend, do a little cosplay, pretend that you're into this kind of crap. But this is a woman in a saddle. She seems dressed for vacation. She's at the beach, and she is riding on a naked man with hooves on his hands and a sort of a horse mask on his head, and she is pulling his reins. And the caption says, "When you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you." Oh my.
Eric, I want you to know I'm disappointed in you for saying all those words.
Yeah.
This is a picture from still from Scooby-Doo, and it's two panels. One is a picture of Shaggy who's being touched on the shoulder, and then the second one is it zooms way in on his face, and you can see he's very, very, very uncomfortable. And it says, "When someone you don't know or like touches you," and Shaggy could not look more disturbed by this. And I gotta say, I know that this is not everybody, but this is me. When someone I do not know or someone I don't feel real close to or something touches me and I'm not expecting it, it is like nails on a chalkboard, uncomfortable. So yeah, I feel it there, Shaggy. Thanks for representing us introverts. Trash Can Paul has pretty, like, at this point, it's pretty played out meme format. And it's a guy who's like sitting at his desk and he's typing on his computer and he's being straddled by his girlfriend, and her hands are on his chest, but he's still typing. He's not, and he's still got his necktie on and stuff. And his girlfriend in this particular meme says, "Babe, come to bed." And he replies, "Hold on, I'm being silly."
That's a good excuse. I like that.
It's a really, listen, I really, really felt seen by this meme. Thanks again, Trash Can Paul. Trash Can Paul back for another one with some actually pretty helpful advice, special relationship sort of advice. And it's a picture of a man and a woman, and the woman looks pretty upset, but the man he's smiling, and he looks like he's explaining something. And it says, "How to calm an angry woman." And you can see the woman is angry, and the man is saying, "You're acting just like my ex." So I haven't tried it yet, but I trust Trash Can Paul, so yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure, I concur.
CG Drews at Paper Fury says, apparently some people go to bed and just sleep. They don't plot a 7-book epic fantasy series or softly broil in existential dread or replay every mistake they ever made. And then they wake up, checks notes, refreshed. It just sounds a bit fake. And I think I have one more meme here for this round. Yep, this is my last meme. It's from Jabuki, at Jabuki, friend of the show, Jabuki. And he's posted a headline from I don't know what news source this is, but the headline is, and it's a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it says, "Marjorie Taylor Greene predicts straight people will soon be extinct."
Yep.
That's right. Marjorie Taylor Greene predicts straight people will soon be extinct, to which Jabuki adds, "Imagining straight people getting their heads caught in 6-pack plastic rings." That's going to be what did in the Straits. Back to you, Eric, for the second half of round 2.
Oh, so much to do in this one. It's going to get nasty. I'm just going to tell you, let's strap in. You know, I love a freaking good headline. And on the heels of a Marjorie Taylor Greene meme, I want to put up Louis Gohmert, who is also running for dumbest person in the fucking Congress. Gohmert said, and I quote, "If you're a Republican, you can't even lie to Congress or lie to an FBI agent or they're coming after you."
Get the fuck out of here.
He freaking said it.
Oh.
If you're a Republican, you can't even lie to Congress or lie to an FBI agent or they're coming after you. I couldn't write anything funnier than that.
Like the only thing that would fix it, or the only thing that would make it even better, would be if he went on to say that it's part of his like right to practice his religion to lie. That's my freedom of religion. I'm a Republican.
I am so.
Lying is our spiritual practice.
I have been just blown away. All right, moving on. The Credible Hulk, a friend of the show, Credible Hulk. Thanks for listening, Credible. Reposts Amy at Amy Roses, who says, "Don't break people's hearts. They only have one," little frowny face. And the reply from Shadow is, "Yeah, break their bones. They have 206. Amy Rose replies, "Get the hell off my post." He makes a very mathematically sound, pitch there. I thought it was pretty good. Tales of the Kitchen Witch, and if you're not following Tales of the Kitchen Witch, you are missing out. Reposts tarot reader Peter, who says, "Try to fill every mundane moment of your life with intention and magic. Drinking coffee, you're partaking in a mystical potion. Showering, a ritual cleanse. Going to work, trading your life force to the Dark Lord in exchange for the paper of earthly desires." I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Next, this is reposted from America's Cultural Decline into Idiocy, which says about 40% of Americans believe humans and dinosaurs existed the same time. And there's a picture from Dinotopia, the book of a big dinosaur with it's got people riding. It's people riding dinosaurs all over the place. And the first reply is, "Explain this picture then. Don't say it's a photoshopped because they didn't have it back then." And then the person trying to reply to them and put them in check is like, "Yeah, it's a painting. LOL." Yeah, zinger there, buddy.
Oh my God.
Check. Check and mate.
I don't know what fucking game this is, but you both lost.
Oh my God. And this just reminds me that while we're sitting here having fun, there are really stupid conversations between absolute idiots going on all over the internet right now. Just people saying dumb stuff that doesn't make sense back and forth. Anyway, all right, got about 6 more for this set. Friend of the show, Stephen Abram posts, "Nothing brings a group of assholes together faster than something that's none of their fucking business." During Pride Month, I got to tell you, seeing quite a bit of that. Yeah, just for the crap of it. I love triggering crypto bros. Hey, by the way, do you know how you trigger a crypto bro?
How do you trigger a crypto bro?
Literally post about anything else, and they will post on your thread how it relates to which I posted in a thread of a crypto bro jumping on my thread about a completely unrelated topic.
Nice.
From a friend of the show, Jake Flores, he says, "The crypto economy is crashing and a bunch of guys are throwing themselves out of basement windows, 1929 style."
Out of basement windows. Like they're fine. They just got a little grass stain.
Yep. Oh, friend of the show, Savvy Communist, Sleepy Socialist. She said, 18 years ago today, Ronald Reagan did his one good deed for the world. This was last week.
I saw this tweet.
It's like, for those of you who are like, "Oh, what did Ronald Reagan do?" He died.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was a much nicer world afterwards. All right, lining up this next one. Bisexuality means regardless of gender. Thanks for listening to the show.
Friend of just very, very, very friend of the show.
Very friend. What's the difference between bi people and unicorns? I can see unicorns on movies and TV. And this and this sweet piano writing down my life replies, I told this to my mom and she was like, that's not, oh, yes, it is. And ARO Ace Wonder Woman replies, also, unicorns on TV are called unicorns, not horses that don't like labels.
That's awesome.
Two friends of the show, Chandler Schmidt and friend of the show, Craig Smith, both posted this two panel from The Office. And Noah Leander Boutier says, not sorry. Top picture says, if kids don't belong at drag shows, bottom, they don't belong here either. And it's two twin boys at a birthday party, I guess, at Hooters, surrounded by Hooters. And yeah, if the kids don't belong at drag shows, they don't belong at Hooters. I don't know if you're aware of this, but right now the right wing is real up in arms over textbooks in grade schools teaching masturbation. And I guess they're being read at drag queen story time at libraries across the country. That's what's happening in their world, and they're real angry about it, but they're cool with Hooters. All right, moving on. This one's a post from Father Nathan Monk, who says, the folks saying God created married siblings, but they ate fruit that cursed them. Then he had to impregnate a virgin to father himself so he could sacrifice himself to atone for the curse from his first children. Think explaining being gay is confusing to kids.
Fucking give it up for Father Nathan Monk. We fucking love you, Father. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh.
All right.
Put me in the front row of the Amen pew. I'm there.
All right. And we opened with Twit saying dumb things, Louis Gohmert, on the tail of you doing Marjorie Trader Green. So let's close out the trifecta of the top three runners up for stupidest people in the Congress. Lauren Boebert, who posted this week, take your children to church, not drag bars. And the reply from Jojo from Jers says, your husband exposed his tattooed baloney pony to a bunch of teenage girls at a bowling alley snack bar, Clanny Oakley. All they did was go to a bowling alley and they got a peep show from a pervert. You can't even send kids to bowling alleys with your hubs around. So cut the shit. And in case anyone has forgotten, this headline from Salon is great. Lauren Boebert's husband did jail time for lewd exposure in a bowling alley. She was there. And after that, she said, you know what? I'm going to marry that man. God in heaven. Just cut the shit, Lauren.
Party of family values. All right. Eric, why don't you lay off the party of family values?
I miss the party of accountability. Remember the party of accountability? Personal accountability, responsibility.
No, Eric, never fucking existed. This is from Les St. Laurent, who writes, my daughter beat somebody else's daughter up at school yesterday. So they're going to tell my girl she can't go to the field trip. Yawn. We'll see y'all at the zoo.
Nice.
I am really glad that I am not the teacher taking the kids to the zoo for a field trip that day. Go fuck yourself. Back. Round 3. Glad to see you. Go fuck yourself. Listen, what it is, it's a picture of an overpass, underneath an overpass. And there's spikes that have been put up, like concrete spikes that have been, put there on the ground so that unhoused people won't be able to sleep there. But they have been painted in a rainbow pattern.
Nice.
Ostensibly for Pride Month.
Nothing says loving like spikes.
That's right. It says, what if we kissed at the Pride-themed anti-homeless spike-covered underpass? Jesus.
Wow.
This is a picture of Drew Carey and the turtle-looking guy from anyway. And Drew Carey says, things to say that will always start a fight. And the turtle guy says, you guys want to start a fight? And Just Prisoners of Love comments, whose idea was it to end this show? Rotten Recipe Stealing at Rach says, I hate the clean as you go advice. Like, guys, I can hardly go as I go. This is really, I tell you, this is upsetting to look at. This is from Nurse Life RN, who says, fun fact of the day, the reason why pregnant people get ultrasounds and not MRIs is that in an MRI, this is what a fetus looks like. And you have to understand that the MRI is giving us just a very haunting picture here. First of all, you can see the child's eyeballs and pupils and their skull and their brains, and they look like little monsters. There's no other way to say it.
They look like the aliens from They Live. They look just like the aliens from They Live. Very creepy.
They do not look cute. It is not what you. I'm moving on. Rad Dad, new friend of the show. We love what you're doing, Rad Dad, and Middle Class Fancy, who I think might have the coolest name in social media. I'm guessing. I cannot say definitively, but we love both of these accounts. So yeah, thanks for reaching out. It says two panels here. The first one says Dad telling a joke at home, and they've mixed some memes here. So this looks like a fancy home, and it's the Leonardo DiCaprio from Django Unchained, and he's like smirking and laughing at the same time, like. And then from the soccer fan meme, the guy who's standing with his hands on his hips, wearing a puffy sweater vest, and he looks just very annoyed. So there's two of him, and it looks like children with Leo smirking, and the kids are rolling their eyes, essentially. And then it says Dad telling a joke at work, and it's Leo smirking and laughing. And then there's two other Leos also smirking and laughing. The dad jokes at the office are just jokes. Middle Class Fancy has I'm nice on here at Little Eric. Posts, being my friend is nonstop fun. And then we see a text exchange, and it says, Joe, I'm about to drive past your house and honk. All right, get ready. Here comes. And then Joe responds, ha ha ha, I heard that. And he says, yes, we did it. Nonstop fun from Little Eric. Logan at Brainworms with an X instead of an O says, girls on Tinder will say, your parents will love me, but your neighbors won't. Like, what are you going to do? Start mowing at 7 a.m. on a Saturday? I want to congratulate you, Logan, for threading that needle. That's right.
Nice.
Middle Class Fancy and Rad Dad back again, this time with a t-shirt, picture of a deck, and it says Big Deck Energy. It says Big Deck Energy. I just want to say, I think this is both a great t-shirt for Rad Dad. It's a dad joke for sure, and Middle Class Fancy, because nothing says Middle Class Fancy like Big Deck Energy. Rad Dad back again. Is reposting Milk at Milk in his bag, who says, really wish I was in on this joke. And then they paused it. It's a still from a YouTube video, and there's this older white guy holding a taco at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo, and it says, me eating a taco in Cleveland. It's an inside joke. August 11th, 2016. Travels with Phil. I'm with you, Milk in his bag. Really wish I was in on the joke too. And my last meme, second to last round, my last meme for round 3, before the post with the most, is Rad Dad and Trash Can Paul. You hear how big this is?
Ooh.
2 pages, 2 friends of the show. It's a big deal. And this is another text conversation, this time from someone to their dad. And there's a picture of a freighter first, and it says, I took a photo of a freighter for you. They sent this to their dad. And dad replies, good picture, looks like a big one. I don't know what's so fucking adorable about dad, but that's a dad right there. Yeah, it's a good picture. It's a big freighter.
Nice. Nice. All right. And back to me. All right. For our third and final round, I have too much stuff. So we're going to have to go fast here. All right. Try and hold all your laughter to the end. This one got quite a bit of traffic on the Facebook for the Blind page from a friend of the show, Mac Ruby, as well. Atheist agenda, 8 a.m. Wake up. 8:31 a.m. Cry about creationism in schools. 8:45 a.m. Shower in blood. 9 a.m. Eat a baby. 9:15 a.m. Skype with Satan. Discuss world domination. 9:30 a.m. Drive to work and sing along with Ozzy. Again, this is the atheist agenda. 10:05 a.m. Scowl and hiss while walking to the desk. Get a latte and a free pasta for lunch. 12:30. Drive home and listen to Rammstein. 6 p.m. Eat another baby. Dude, the comment threads on this were great. People were just like, don't talk to me till I've had my second baby. Friend of the show, Jeff Tidrick posts, the wildest thing about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard verdict is that Ginny Thomas conspired to overturn an election and it was a one-day story. What in the actual chicken fried fuck? Which is so... This is a news story that I forgot to post. No more Elvis-themed weddings for Las Vegas chapels. The licensing company behind the king says no more themed ceremonies. Las Vegas could literally collapse. Their entire economy is based on Elvis-themed weddings. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there you go. Friend of the show, Jim Coughlin says, opinions are like assholes. I don't really need to hear yours. America's cultural decline into idiocy posted a story I've seen everywhere, but for some reason it struck me differently. It's a picture of the Queen and it says celebrating 70 years on the throne. And maybe it was all the Taco Bell jokes, but I just took that in a totally different way. All right, just me. Friend of the show, Mendy Stevenson posts, sorry, my ornery black dog has escaped again. And the reply is story time. My mom fell and hit her head. She's fine. I was worried about her. The next morning, I texted my dad asking for an update, and this is what happened. Question, how is mother's head? Dad, I've had better.
Oh, come on.
Friend of the show, Chow Lon No. Thank you for listening. No, she posts, me at a club. Do you take requests? DJ, yeah, what's up? Me slides over $10. Please turn it down. Bet you was doing that at the thrash metal concert last night, wouldn't you? Economic Left reposts Harriet Marsden, who says, I'm only 30, which means I've danced to Mr. Brightside at weddings more times than I've ever had a pay raise.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Totally true.
Yep.
Friend of the show, Joe Klosek. Hey, Joe, how you doing? I hope you're listening. There are rumors that the Pope will retire. If so, that will mean there will be 2 popes in retirement and a third brand new one to lead the Catholic Church. Experts say it would be the first time in history that there are as many living popes as former Spider-Men.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. True. Never thought of that.
I feel bad about this because this is one of these sponsored posts about companies whose social media managers, blah, blah, blah. But DiGiorno Pizza said, give us a new slogan. And Axe Body Spray replied, it's not delivery. It's me eating the entire pizza alone. And Christopher Valukas replies, Axe Body Spray finally admitting their product does not actually attract anyone. Oh my God, is there anything better than a corporate sissy fight? Oh Lord, slapping at each other. All right, next off, this is a news story. Adam Sandler left bleeding terribly after an accident in bed. Can you picture that? That's got to be hilarious. It's Adam Sandler in bed. Okay. L was a mistake. Reposts, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Push a man into a volcano and the sun god will ensure a bountiful harvest this season. Seems legit. Friend of the show, Zach Vaughn posts, good morning, and reposts Andrew Wood saying Top Gun Maverick was so good I showed up first thing this morning to enlist. And it's a picture of the Scientology temple.
It does look like an Air Force Academy, though.
Oh, yeah. Got the colors and everything. That's true.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Matt Shivers, reposts shamelessly stolen from Larry Young's page. The first is a comment that says, "What is NFT?" And the reply is, "Beanie Babies for dudes who get mad when there's a black woman in Star Wars." This got passed around quite a bit, so a lot of people resonating with that. Friend of the show, Tabitha Peterson, making a second appearance. "Sorry I sprayed that WD-40 into your mouth, but it did stop that noise you were making." Friends with a lot of librarians, and friend of the show, Lucy Librarian, posts a 1911 uncatalogued gem from our closed stacks. Beautiful booklet publication from DuPont titled "Farming with Dynamite, a few hints to farmers."
What the fuck?
Dude, I so want to read this book. I was like, oh, it's uncatalogued. You can't even get it. There's no way. Makes you want to read.
Farming with Dynamite.
Doesn't that make you want to read?
Yeah, I think I would read it in one sitting.
Great socialist cat memes reposts Soul Nate at M. Nate Shyamalan, who says, "Elon Musk is a dumb guy's idea of a smart guy." This thing got 16.4 thousand retweets, 170,000 likes. Soul Nate replies, "There's a reason why weird crypto guys love him and most actual scientists are exasperated by Elon. LOL." And finally he says, "People are responding to this like, how can you say Elon Musk is dumb?" I'm not. I'm saying you're dumb.
Right. Exactly.
which I like quite a bit. All right, still half a dozen more because it just keeps going. Meister Khan posts, follow us. Let's see. Meister Khan posts a 4-panel cartoon of 2 deer, father deer, and his son. Says, "You're old enough to learn about road safety. A car will only be defeated with sheer force of will. If you see one, look straight at it. Stare that car down. Don't move a muscle. The stronger spirit will prevail." And Bambi says, "Isn't that how Grandpa died?" "Grandpa was weak." 102,000 likes. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, shares premium internet curation from Sophia, who says, "It's crazy they only figured out tectonic plates in the 1960s. A child in the 50s would say, 'It seems like South America and Africa would fit together.' And his mom would go, 'That's cute, honey. Here, would you like a cigarette?'"
That's my house.
Friend of the show, Franklin Rager, posts transgender shit posting backup with "Don't ruin a good sundress by wearing panties." 100. The reply to that is, "So what? I'm just supposed to let my balls dangle here?" Got about 4 more. This one is a t-shirt that I've seen going around constantly. It took me a while to figure out. It's an American flag that has "God Bless America" written on it. And then you notice that it's also got Jesus's hands and robe sort of like coming around, giving him a hug from the back, I guess. The hands across the "God Bless America" and clenching the cloth. Saw this advertised all over the place under the bill "Family is Forever." And Aaron Smith says, "What are you doing, Step Jesus?"
Step Jesus.
You know what? Listen, this stupid fucking shirt invites this goddamn joke. I just want you to know.
Step Jesus.
Oh.
All right, nothing else. Sorry.
Step Jesus should be the name of the like Christian nationalist god, though. Like I actually think, because this is Jesus embracing a flag, right? This is not the Jesus of the Bible. This is the Trumper idea of Jesus, which I think might be Step Jesus. I'm okay with it.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I might be pro anti-Step Jesus.
I'm definitely anti-Step Jesus. 1,000%. I'm OG, man. That's it.
All right. Hang on a second. I got to. Oh shit. All right. Oh man. Wait a minute. Where's
Seems like
all
we're
my?
walking away from an OG Jesus joke, but
Yeah, no doubt.
it's okay.
This is the one. We had a bit of a discussion on this, and I'm not sure where we ended up, but this was the Marines, I guess, trying to get in on Pride Month. So they have a camo Army helmet with "Proud to Serve" written on it and rainbow bullets. And I don't. Friend of the show, Doug Henwood, just says, "Aren't those bullets so gay?" Which is kind of an old guy joke, but oh man. Anyway,
yeah, we did have a talk about this in the Facebook for the Blind like messenger thread.
Yeah.
And it went like this. Eric said, "I don't know what to feel," and I think I said, "Oh my fucking God, this is disgusting." And I could be wrong here, but I think George just barfed.
Yeah. It's entirely possible. Yeah. You're bringing it back. You're bringing it all back now. Bring it back. That's true. That is true. I got to share. Actually, I think it's our post. Yeah, it is. It is our post with the most. But on the Facebook for the Blind weekly memecast page, and if you're not following our page, and it's strange, but we have a weird. We have all kinds of weird stuff. Some people follow our page and some people listen to the podcast. Some people, we have all kinds of audience, but I highly, highly, highly freaking recommend getting over to the Facebook for the Blind page, because this was the post with the most. Oh, is this not going to work here? Wait, is that not showing? All right, hang on. I got to do a new share. I broke it. I broke it with the post with the most. This particular one got more engagement than any other. And I captioned it with "Agreed, very poor taste. A science enthusiast posts this picture of the Simpsons cops who are outside leaning on the patrol car, and it's captioned, 'Maybe if we wait out here long enough, he'll use all his ammo on the kids.'" And one of the first replies was, "I'm sorry, but this is in very poor taste, regardless of whether it's true." And a science enthusiast replies, "Dark humor is like repeatedly requesting law enforcement intervention during a school shooting. Not everybody gets it." Now, I post this because 113 people engaged with this. 40 some people engaged with this. This is what the people want. Okay, is they want more cop jokes. And I replied to it with one from last week with Cosmic Dust Cloud L935 saying, "Listen, it's easy to criticize the cops." There isn't a second part to that tweet. That's it.
Right. That's the end.
That's it. That's the end of the tweet. So, that's a good one. And finally, for this segment, before we get to my post with the most, the BDSM community needs to get in on the protests. If hordes of leather and latex people charging into rubber bullets yelling, "Harder, Daddy," doesn't unnerve the police, nothing will.
This is the best argument to have kink part of pride I've ever heard.
Yeah, clearly.
The second it becomes a riot again, we'll let them in. That's
right.
Next time pride is a riot, we'll fucking bring it. We'll bring it to kink.
Harder, Daddy. Oh my God, that would be great.
All right. Post with the most. My post with the most was a retweet from Simon Holland at Simon C. Holland. He says, "I got a job at Comcast and completed training so I could fix my own cable because it was faster than being on hold with customer service."
Oh my!
You think Simon had a bad day when he wrote that tweet?
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Wait, where's my controls here? Yeah, here we go. All right, my post with the most is where's my buttons? There we go. Hi, how you doing? Oh, I've done this before. My post with the most is they say video games will make you violent, but hundreds of years ago we burned people alive for being witches. So probably humans are just garbage.
Violence was not invented until the PS3.
I know. Back in my day with the Atari, we didn't have violence at all.
Yeah. The 80s, literally nobody died.
Nope. Nope. Oh my God. Well, I think that's it. We did our post with the most. So that has been an episode of Facebook for the Blind for June 7th, 2022. Thank you very much.
Love you, George.
And stop. listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.